So here's an example of team teaching from the elementary school level. This is Mrs. Connor and Mrs. McCall, and you can see throughout, you really never know who is the general ed and who is the special ed teacher. And I love how at the start of their class, they have this picture of the two of them, and it kind of is funny because they even look alike in this picture. But this is a great model of team teaching throughout this Class Connect session. They really go back and forth and banter off between each other, and you can really tell that they've prepared well. I also like, you can tell that Miss McCall, who is the special ed teacher, and again, the only reason I know that is because she's in my department. I would never have known from watching this Class Connect session that she was the special ed teacher, but she did, you can tell that she spent some time, and that Miss Connor as well, that they've really worked to decide the needs of their students. One thing they did was this graphic organizer that they introduced and had emailed prior to class, and they reference it throughout the lesson by showing whatever they're talking about. You can see here in this little corner, they take a snippet of that graphic organizer, and then they'll even type the answer in here in this little box so that the students can follow along and take those guided notes throughout class. So I really liked that lesson. So I'm just going to show you some ways that they teach back and forth off each other and transition really well between slides.
North America. It's awesome. So I hope you had a chance to check that out. All right. So, Ms. Connor, do you want to talk about today's trivia question?
Absolutely. The question was.
So you can see there, they transitioned smoothly. They knew it was coming. There was no lag or anything in between. It happened seamlessly. So here is another transition between some of their slides.
All right, very good.
Oh, right. I have actually been to Canada. We went to Toronto on a family vacation.
And there's another point. You can see Miss Connor was talking, finished up the trivia question, and then they moved on to this day in history, the next part of the lesson. So it was seamless. They didn't even have to introduce themselves. They knew that that was coming. So again, the seamless transitions are really helpful when you're team teaching. This is another great strategy for adapting your lessons, using these little text boxes to remove. They did a timeline activity, so that way there's not too much information on the page. So again, they really just communicate really well together. I want to show you too how they're obviously very comfortable together. They banter back and forth and kind of joke around, so I'm going to show you that now. So here they are talking about the Spanish explorer Balboa.
His blue helmet. This kind of reminds me of the marching bands. If you've ever seen a marching band perform, no matter how cool you are, you have to wear a hat like this with little feathers on the top or something like that. Did you ever see that, Miss McCall? I always thought that was so crazy. And
are you kidding? I was in the band.
Oh, you need to get us a picture. We need to see a picture of you in your marching band uniform.
Oh, no. I was not in the...
So you can see here, they just picked up the microphone. They're very comfortable jumping in on each other, which I thought was great to see. So that is a great example of team teaching.